can probably hear right above me, there's a helicopter hovering over the square where I am at the Place de la Nation in the heart of Paris. And as you can see, most of the protesters have started clearing out of the square. There are still a few dozens of them still left from the protest, but there you can see right here, maybe my colleague can pan around, but the police officers are starting to close in onto the protesters. There are dozens of police vans. They are all armed. They've been firing tear gas against the protesters. Some of them, a group of troublemakers, have started attacking police forces, throwing food, throwing cans of beer bottles towards the police. So that's how it all started. We believe some of the student unions, some of the labour unions have told us that it all kicked off because a group of anarchists, a group of troublemakers dressed all in black with black hoods, wearing goggles to try and prepare against the tear gas, started provoking police officers, and that's how all the clashes started. As you can see behind me, police are closing in onto the protesters. The helicopter keeps on hovering there, and tear gas is still being thrown. As you can see, smoke is rising above the square. Now, all this throughout the afternoon, it all started at around 3 p.m. Paris time, near the Austerlitz metro, which is right next to the river Seine. And that's where all these clashes first started out, but it was sporadic violence. And now it seems that things are starting to get ugly. I don't know how long it's going to last, but many of the protesters that we've talked to said that they were disgusted by the way that the protest had ended. They say that the march has been literally kidnapped by anarchists, by troublemakers, and they were disgusted by how things turned out, how the violence took over what they were fighting for. Many of the protesters told us that they didn't know those people, that they are not involved with them, and that they only wanted to fight against the planned labour law, the El Khomri law, that's due to be presented before Parliament on the 3rd of March. Now, the protesters that we've talked to are saying that they're already gearing up for further protests on the 1st of May, and that's the International Workers' Day, as you know, and they are hoping that this will help make the government bow down. But as you can see right now, the violence is continuing, and police continues to close in on the protesters, on the group of anarchist troublemakers.